Hello YouTube friends, Dr. Teresa here, and today I wanted to talk about the beautiful mating dance of seahorses. They go through several days where they bond like these seahorses just kind of hanging out together, and then eventually when a female is trying to get eggs prepared, she and the male will start performing little dances to get the process going. So this is a pair of Hippocampus erectus, or the line seahorse, which is one of the large seahorse species found in the Gulf waters in the United States. And look at them, they're just writhing. They're holding their snouts close to their chest. Their color is very ashen, and they just keep changing positions. So it's just an unusual kind of dance, and they get into all kinds of positions in preparation of mating. This is a procedure that helps the female get the eggs ready, that let them ripen in her. And look at this footage here between male and female. This is not slowed down. This is real time. The seahorses are actually swimming this slowly in sort of a carousel or circle motion, but it's all part of that beautiful ballet of getting ready for reproduction. Now you're going to notice here that the male, he's kind of pointing up a little bit with his snout a bit. That's a typical behavior. This kind of dance may go on for several days before they're ready for the actual egg exchange. But notice now, they're getting pretty close to the point they're going to want to perform the egg exchange, and both the male and the female are pointing with their snouts going up. And that's sort of like a signal that they need to rise up in the water column, because that's what the seahorses do. They literally rise up just like this. The male has his pouch open, the female, she's trying to align herself, and in this case they did not make it. But you could see how that pouch is open and ready to receive that tube of eggs that the female is going to exchange and just push down into his pouch. Here's another pair of Hippocampus erectus. And again, they're doing the mating dance. And look at how light their colors become. It's just beautiful. They get into all different kinds of positions here. Sometimes they take breaks and then they'll join right back in. Sometimes they'll take a break for the day and then they'll continue the next day. Here we have some dwarf seahorses, also found in the Gulf areas of the United States, and they have something a little bit different than the Hippocampus erectus. Here, look at the quivering that's going on. The male and female take turns. One will vibrate, and then the other vibrates, and then they go back and forth exchanging those vibrations. And notice here also they try to hang on to each other's tails, and they're both very, very light colored or ashen colored here. So these are all behaviors of preparing for reproduction, helping that female to signal that she needs to start ripening up some eggs. And when they get closer, you'll notice that here we have a male and female. The male's pouch is very large. It's because it's pumped up with water. So that's one way that he is messaging, hey, I'm ready. Let's start the egg exchange. And notice here, they're also pointing up with their snouts. So that means that they're getting to the point where they're ready to try some sort of egg exchange. And they make several attempts, sort of like a dance again, like I said, sort of a ballet going on. And it's very synchronized. They have to rise up at just the right moment if the exchange is going to happen. And you see they have other seahorses here that are kind of interfering. But eventually they do find a way to rise up in the water column. Here's another pair, and they are rising up. And in this moment, they don't make the exchange, but we're going to see in a moment that they eventually do. So on the right-hand side, there we go. There's the exchange. The female is loading up the pouch. You see that red blurring there? Those are the eggs. They're bright red. They're getting exchanged in there. And then here we can see a close-up of a dwarf male. His pouch looks sort of pink because it's full of those red eggs. And you can even see one of the red eggs hanging out to give you an idea of how big the eggs are and what they look like. So you can see it's really beautiful, the dance of the seahorse. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care.